guys. Well, still Eating Disorder Awareness Week, and I wanted to send you guys another video. We got a really great response about the topics we talked about, and I know I sound a little funky. I've been fighting, we don't know what it is per se, but I've been fighting some virus and things like that, so you'll have to forgive my voice, but hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Hi Alicia, Joanne, Jasmine, Allie, hi guys. Oh my god, you guys are so, you really here. Do you know how much joy you bring to me? I've been missing you guys incredibly. I'm apologizing for my voice. My Jasmine, I haven't talked to you in forever. I've missed you guys so much. As you know, I've been talking about Eating Disorder Awareness Week, and some things have been coming more to light, and I wanted to share another topic with you that I was thinking about, because with the rise of mental illness, there's been so many people who have been falling through the cracks, or who are undiagnosed, or who don't know what to do, who have nowhere to go. And what I would like to put out there is that there's a big topic that I think that gets overlooked a lot. When we see something we don't understand, we have a tendency to, as human beings in general, we're not sure how to react to it. We don't know how to talk to it, or just how to respond. And with that comes negative feelings, right? Like, let's say you see someone who, I'll use me as an example. I've had a lot of people have said in public or some not so nice things. And I remind myself that comes from a place of not understanding. When I understand, I'll give you a silly example. You know, when you're watching a movie and you see the character and he or she might be coming off really negative and not doing such nice things at the start of the movie. But then we come to find out all these things that have happened to that person and why they got there. And that feeling of that, let's say, oh, I don't like this person, they're awful, they're negative, blah, 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 at the beginning of the movie. Then all of a sudden, we're rooting for them, right? Because we understand what they've been going through. And that's a big component of something I want to talk about, is when we have empathy, when we have emotional intelligence, when those things are present. I want to pose this to you. If I have those things, qualities about me, that I have, let's say somebody going through chemotherapy, or let's say somebody who's bipolar or manic. If I don't understand those qualities about them and why they're reacting and doing the work to find out what it is that makes them tick or how I can help them, what happens to me? Not even talking about them. As a human being, if I don't have empathy, it creates negative feelings and hurtful things, because I have no awareness of what they're going through. I see somebody who's bipolar could be popping off like crazy. And if I look at that and just judge, that doesn't help anybody. Not alone does it doesn't help them, but it doesn't help me either. it just makes me angry. It makes me bitter. It makes me negative. That's what those things do. So when we have that empathy, when we have that emotional intelligence, that doesn't mean our logic goes out the window, but we have the capacity to see other people. That helps us just as much as it does them. So if we're doing something like that, I just want you guys to know that those kind of qualities are exhibited through and are radiate from us. I see, you ever walk up to someone, or let's say, emotions. They're very real. They're very apparent, even when we don't think it. Imagine we're in a not so good mood. You don't think people know that? We can disguise it all we want. And some of us are champions at disguising our moods. Rod, for example, has been depressed for more than 10 years. You wouldn't know that to talk to him at all. But those things happen. So, like, if when you walk into a room and people have been arguing, and they've been arguing because you feel the tension, you feel the energy. Those things we exhibit all the time, right? We exhibit that energy. We exhibit those feelings no matter how much we try to mask it. And we're great at wearing a mask sometimes, aren't we? They breathe through our pores. It's like a poison. And the more we take care of ourselves and work on what's inside, the more it helps everyone. And I just saw Blue, you popped on. I wanted to tell you I miss you so much. And I freaking love you guys so much. Blue, I just wanted to give a shout out to you. And Rod sends his love. He just sends his love. So, Blue, by the way, is Rod's dad. So, it's always good to have him on board too. We love him so much. But I just wanted to share that with you guys. And tell me what you think. Have you had instances of where you see someone and the instinct is to be negative, but when you delve in further, you realize how much care and love is there, and that all they needed was just you to talk to them? That's how impactful you guys all are. I don't know how to make this even more vivid, but you save my life on a daily basis. I had someone write to me yesterday saying they're going back to recovery, to a treatment center. My heart started racing because these things we do, we don't think really mean anything, but they do matter. Someone messaged me yesterday saying they've been going through chemotherapy and they're at a loss of what to do. They don't know how to restore their body. And they were so down on themselves. And we talked it through. And they're right back on the horse again. So I want you guys to know how impactful you all are. And I have a funny story for you. What's been going on, I have a bit of a virus. We don't know, I have to go, and it might be strep throat. Morning, Teresa. And what's happened is I have really been, and it's nausea, I've been vomiting and been just really sick. But that's not the point. I was up until, I want to say, 8 or 9 this morning. I just couldn't sleep. And I started hiccuping. I kept hiccuping, like going, and my throat's swollen. And so the hiccuping kept keeping me awake. I tried literally everything. I was looking online for things to fix it. And we're looking, and they said that we found something that's a byproduct of swollen lymph nodes. So I was hiccuping for like an hour and was doing all these tricks where I'm going, holding my breath, drinking water upside down. I mean, it was funny. If you had walked in the room, you would have walked in like, what the heck are you doing, lady? But after about an hour and a half, they finally subsided. I did not know that swollen lymph nodes and glands can give you constant hiccups. That was just my random share for today. And I want you to know how much I love you guys. You guys are, you say I'm so inspirational. Man, I've been through some harrowing, dark times recently. 2019 kicked my butt. I did not think I was going to make it, to be honest. I didn't think I was going to make it. And every single day, I didn't want to be here. And as cheesy as it sounds, you guys never gave up on me. So that means I can't. And I refuse to cause any more pain. Because the pain I'm causing to myself is hurting other people. And that's a reality of the pain we do to ourselves. Because people love the hell out of us. And I want to thank you for getting me through every freaking day, whether you knew it or not. I love you guys so much. Flip this around and love yourself. Because you guys mean the world to me. You're my freaking family. It's not a joke. You're my lifeline. You guys are my lifeline. I love you. And I want you to just thank you for all the quotes you've sent. I'll be reading some of the inspirational quotes next time. But do me a favor. Share with me any experience that you've gone through, if you would like to, where the chips were down and you didn't think you were going to pull through. But there were things that helped you. I love you guys. Robin, Jasmine, Joanne, all of you. Camila, Blue, all of you out there. I love you. You're my family. And thank you for giving me my life and making this world a better place for all of us. I love you so much.